Get back at anybody. I do have a can of pink paint in my trunk. If you want to reroute the trail just for fun, we can do it.
Oh, we're going to do that at the summer or winter hang. We are going to reroute the trail just to mess with people like me. Well, I was chasing Carl and Sib. Now Carl thought he'd be nice and take up the rear. What he doesn't know is I'm about to lay down a vapor trail.
Kaya, go, Kaya, go.
I don't know if you ever smelled ahi tuna and seafood gumbo following morning.
Yeah. The whole top quilt jumped up in the air last night with Kaya in the hammock.
Highly flammable. Highly flammable. Don't try this at home. Oh look, this is where I camped last time. Maybe not. All these roads look alike. I want to know. These are obviously man-made ditches. Why did they make them?
They're fire breaks.
Fire breaks?
Yeah.
I knew Carl would know.
Yeah.
It just don't make no sense.
And in the winter, they're the biggest mistake of taking the wrong trail.
All right. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cross over.
No, they're fire breaks, and they will man those breaks. Like, for instance, let's say a fire is sweeping across here. They got that ditch dug in, right? They will man that ditch every 15, 20 feet.
All I know is I
with shovels.
I hiked 3 miles a night on a damn fire ditch, so I thought it was something.
No.
I thought, there's another.
Right.
Frickin' people.
And see how it can be mistaken? And I've already made this mistake.
Don't make that mistake.
Taking that one.
Don't make that mistake. It's a fire ditch. You heard it from Kayak Karl. Fire ditch, not trail. No pink blaze. Look at that. Wow. That is some dramatic elevation. I can't wait to take pictures. This is the first time I've ever seen a change in elevation in the Pine Barrens. This is exciting. Here's some venison. I see deer tracks. And some big ass deers there. Deers. They're called deers. The plural of deer is deers. Okay? It's just like beer. Drink 1 beer, drink 2 beers. Now right here, I don't know the name of this pine. I think it's a pitch pine. See how tight that pine cone is? It's tighter than a bug's ass. According to Kayak Karl, it's so tight it can't relieve itself, you know? It needs fire to loosen its ass up. And then it poops out its seeds, and the force is propagated. That's how the pine barrens reproduce. Very painful process, but it works for them. Woo! Look at that. We're coming up on the fire tower. You know why they call it the fire tower? Because it's far from where we started. That's right. I'm a peak bagger. Today I'm bagging peaks. I am bagging peaks today. Apple Pie Mountain. Sib says it's 3.74 miles from Batona. It's the hardest 3.7.
On the way back, we'll take the shortcut.
Smile, you're on candid camera. Kaya's drinking her water right there. And apparently the pineys come up here and throw pumpkins off the fire tower. I think they call that piney pumpkin pitching. Piney pumpkin pitching. Here it is, highest point in the Pine Barrens. I believe all 208 foot of elevation comes from this tower. Now you got to make sure when you're coming off of Apple Pie Mountain, you don't descend too quickly, or you will get lightheaded and you might get the bends. It's been known to happen. And when you're hiking the Batona Trail, you got the pink places. Now the reason they mark the trail pink is because they expect you to sashay, you know, show some attitude. I mean, you gotta sashay. Do your one runway walk. That's how you do it on the Batona Trail. I feel like a Victoria's Secret model on the Batona Trail. I'm on the runway. Sweet. Now right here. That looks like a tree stand or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's just collected on there.
It looks like a tree stand, but it's just a collection of pine needles. It don't make.
I think you're going to find out it has to do with bugs or something. Or what are those things called? Those caterpillars.
Oh, you think it's a remnant of a caterpillar?
Yeah, like a caterpillar nest. You know how, what were those things we had the last thing here in New Jersey with?
Gypsy moth?
Yeah.
Well, I can see how Kayak Karl can do 20 miles in a day. Number one, he's got Cuban fiber tarp, Go Light pack, and lots of ultra light stuff. And number two, he freaking walks at an incredible pace. I can't keep up with him. I mean, I'm not even wearing anything. I got a little day pack on me. I can't keep up with him. But you know, the one thing that Karl, he don't believe in. He can ultralight everything, but he always carries his hip waders with him. And I seen him last night. He was buck naked. All he was wearing was hip waders. And him and Kai are out in the damn river, butt naked in hip waders, walking around. Now he's about to put on his hip waders again when we get up to this river. I've asked him not to take his clothes off. I'm going to have to walk around the river. He's going through the river. So I got to catch up with his ass. I got to get this on video. Now Karl he's spoken to several companies trying to get them to make some ultralight hip waders. I don't know. Why can't they make Cuban fiber hip waders? You know? I think the Cuban fiber hip waders might work. I'm not sure if there's a huge market for them, but I think I may have found my cottage industry. Cuban fiber hip waders. That's great. Oh man. Trying to get up here. I want to catch Kayak Karl crossing the river in his hip waders. Gotta run though. That was my wife calling. Second time she's called to tell me to walk the dog. I don't have the dog with me. The dog is 70 miles north of me. That doesn't stop her from calling. Well, for those of you who thought I was kidding, I was only partially kidding. Let's hope Karl has his clothes on. Oh, Karl must be getting dressed. It ain't easy putting on a hip wader. It's like putting a girdle on. He's going to come out of there any second now. Here he comes.
know what? This is the time I'm going to fall.
Oh, we gotta get the dog. Dog don't want to get wet all of a sudden. What's up with that? Don't even think of coming over here. No, 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 no.
Hi. And this is where the sewing gets rough. Right in here is where I sew. There! Didn't go above the this one.
I thought you said you had hip waders. Them thigh waders.
I know, but it's not supposed to be that deep. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Walking on the line. Ooh, there's a big hole right there. Whoops, see what I mean? Big hole.
Ah, there he is with his hip waders, or his whatever they are, thigh waders.
Oh.
Thank you for wearing clothes, though. I know you're out here doing this naked last night in your thigh waders.
Well, that was just a test. Oh.